All right. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Humans of Tech series, on LinkedIn. Here we are, and YouTube as well. We are so excited for today. We're taking the virtual background to interactive background with our guest today, Peter. Peter is a former CSO of GE and has a strong cyber presence. And now he is at the state of Tennessee, and he is the chief privacy officer, excuse me, and is also a rock star at conferences. So
Yes,
take
we
it
like to
away.
play music. Yes. So how we doing now, guys?
I mean, Pete, if I can tell you something,
Yeah.
before hopping on this, I was having a pretty a sad moment. I was not I almost was mildly dreading getting on the phone today because I was like, I don't know if I can hide the fact that I'm feeling a little blue today.
Right.
And you have just changed my perspective. I'm like, now I want to cry, not from sadness, but like so much happiness. This is awesome.
It's great.
So
Appreciate it. Thank you.
I love it. As usual, well, we're gonna have two questions. Kelly's gonna kick it off for us.
Sure.
First, it's gonna be a random question, and the second one is not so random, but we're so excited to have you on here.
Yes.
I'm excited too, guys. I really am. I feel, like I said, I feel so natural. I'm born in Brooklyn, New York. I got somebody from Jersey now, in Pennsylvania. Originally, this is good. This is good for me.
It's good for the soul.
Yes. All right, throw it at me. What do you got?
So
All right,
excited.
that one we actually have already done, so I'm going to take that one out. But what has been the most milestone in your career so far?
Oh my God, my whole career. I think a good milestone is, and I'm not going to preach this because I made my kids do this. I don't have a college degree. I don't know how I got this far without it, but a million years ago when I started, you really didn't need you were trained on the job, which was kind of cool, right? So I've held executive level roles without it, and I relate that to my music because I'm not trained. I never took a lesson, and I can't read music. I don't have a clue what I'm doing, but in the career of my music, I was very fortunate. At the age of 46 years old, that's when I got found in the music business, not at 20. And this is 24 years ago. So yeah, those numbers. I've been around doing this stuff a while. Uh, I was very lucky to have somebody like me at a party in New York City, and I was then introduced to rock stars that I thought I would never even meet. Now I'm on stage with them or recording records or whatever. So and doing session work, if they need me for a music tour or something, I could do that. So I've been very fortunate. But it was just like my career as a data privacy officer. I just rolled into everything, and I was lucky enough to have good companies to work for that really got me to where I am today. So I had 20 years at Reader's Digest. Yes, and the sweepstakes are real. Remember that. They're real. I was there when a little guy, 5 foot tall, pulled out the envelopes with his eyes closed to pick winners. I'm not kidding. It was amazing. That's how I started. And then I started working for companies like Merrill Lynch's and GE's. And I was an IT person at the age of 18 years old because I didn't go to college. I started work right away, and I got into IT, and I just loved it and just ran with it from there. And I had the really great opportunity of hooking up with good leadership people that felt I had enough of the background, and they pushed me through my whole series now, and I'm at the state of Tennessee as a data privacy officer. So it's really helped me. So I feel good about that. But I made sure my kids had got their college degree. They have no choice. You
Well, so
have no choice.
I'm personally learning a couple of things, right? So I feel like could resonate with a ton of folks. It's almost parallel with your music career and your career, as you can say, right? You didn't get any formal training, but you worked really hard, and found the right people along the way
Yes.
to push you. So we can equate that to maybe like mentors or great leadership.
Yes.
Grit, hard work. The other part that I think is interesting is this idea that we can reinvent ourselves over and over, and that it's never too late, right? We have this, what is it, Forbes best under 40 or what.
That's right.
I'm getting near that age, and I wonder, oh my gosh, is this it? Is this the peak, or am I going to do something great later? And you're kind of showing that it's never really too late to start anything.
And you're 100% right. And I don't know if you guys are near your peak because both of you look like you're 12 years old. So give me a break here. But yeah, there we go. But you're right. And it is funny how things happen. And real quick, I'll try to summarize real quick. I was very fortunate. A lot of my writing in my music side of the world, I write for events or things that happen that really touch me. All right. And back in 1995, when you were probably not even born, back in 1995, they had the Oklahoma disaster in the United States, our very first terrorist thing that happened. I'm the one who wrote the song for that went across the world. And by accident, even though I'm an Italian boy from Brooklyn, I used to sing in a Baptist church. So it was amazing. But when I sing, I don't sing like I talk. I hate the way I talk. I have a very high range singing. So I used to sing all the time there. And I wrote a song called Tell Me Why. And it ended up getting to Oklahoma by chance, by this minister at the church. And all of a sudden, I'm on the radio and I'm on every TV set. I was the only one in the world that happened to write a song for the event at that time.
Wow.
And it was like, that was 1995. Now, I got discovered in music in 2000. So this is 5 years prior to that. I was just a local musician like everybody else that does it here. And that was very heartwarming that I had to learn that music accomplishment wasn't monetary all the time. It was what you actually did to reach out to people, the human side of them, to make them feel good or maybe help them through what they're going through.
Yeah.
And I had to learn that from my older sister, who was 8 years older than me, because I was getting very depressed in my music at first, because I was already in my 40s. Why am I not out there on TV, right? And all that, everybody does this, right? You just don't know why. And she taught me, she slapped me in the head, and she said, yo, you wrote this song for the whole world. Do you realize how many millions of people that you touched? And I start crying.
Wow.
So it's hard to understand what's really important. Yeah.
And so a secondary question, follow-up, you have these two worlds, your work life and your work life, but one's passion music and the other one's data privacy. And we were talking a little bit before we hit record. Nowadays, it's almost like we used to be able to walk into work and take one hat off and then walk out and put another one. And now everything's so melded together. How do you think music and your passion influences or bleeds into and improves your work life?
Because of my music, I'm relating with people every day at all levels, at all ages, right? And you build a level of trust and integrity within yourself on who you're dealing with, and maybe helping to educate people that have not gone through what you've gone through on the music side. And I try to tell young people in the music business, it's probably the most horrible business in the world from a business side. The music side is great. But
unless you're Taylor Swift.
Don't even mention that to me. Oh my God. But so everybody beats on her at times. Those are jealous people. I give her credit for what she did. And she had a push in the beginning. That's always been the word that she had, her dad or somebody, whatever. I really don't care about that. She still had to take it to the next level and sustain that. And sustain it. Not easy in the music business. And she's a smart lady. I give her credit. And people who beat on her, and I don't play her music. No, that's just not me. But that's okay. I don't play a lot of other music, but I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So on the side of data privacy in my work world, you have to know your audience. You have to understand who you're dealing with. You have to be able to be a listener. You have to be able to be compassionate at times and understand their pain points and see where you can help with just saying, no, you're crazy. You can't be doing this. Well, they might be crazy. All of us are crazy. But but maybe there's something you can help with to get them by what they need to get through at that point in time. So they both really meshed. My music has helped my work so much.
Yeah.
And it's helped me because a lot of the big bosses that nobody else could ever talk to, they know about my background. So they'll talk about, hey, you play with, and once I get their trust and they love it for that, and they like my eyeliner, uh, they go, it's hysterical. They go, hey, I go to them, hey, John, hey, Sid, I really need help with this. Yeah, Pete, whatever you need. I
Mhm.
had bosses go out, you got to be kidding me. How did you get in touch with this guy? But and I told that to the ladies at the meeting. The only reason I kept everybody's attention at that meeting, I said, just give me 15 more minutes at this presentation and we'll talk eyeliner at the end of the meeting. And I was surrounded by 10, 15, 20 ladies at the end of the meeting showing me different types of eyeliner that I should use. But whatever. But that's how I really meshed them together. And you have to be creative in the job, right? Well, what do I do with music? It's all creativity. How do I write a song? It comes from emotions and you're putting stuff together. You have to do that with work.
Yeah.
So if you don't, you're just not gonna succeed at all. And you're never gonna have this trust and integrity with
Yeah.
anybody. So but that's a
Yeah.
long-winded answer for what you wanted. But
No, it's
that's
perfect.
that's how I use it.
Yeah.
You know, that's how
I
use
know
it.
I learned a ton. Kelly, I'm sure you did too.
Absolutely. I love the linearity of like the problem solving. You're given problems in your everyday, work. And then you're also, you're solving problems with music and figuring out your next solution and your next relationship as well. So there's relationships between the two, but that's what this is all about, is bringing out that human side of, our everyday lives and just really being able to connect with people on different levels that you never anticipated you would even,
Yeah.
do.
You're so
So,
right. You're so right. I sat on stage in New York City with this big concert. I had the drummer of David Letterman's show behind me. I had one of the guitar players from Guns N' Roses. I had a bass player from Bob Dylan and all these famous groups. And I'm standing on stage, and I'm going, what am I doing here? I mean, these are all Hall of Fame people, and it's Pete Gallinari, at this big show in New York. And I'm going, what am I doing here? And I kind of freaked out. I got freaked out so much that I was supposed to do a keyboard solo on my organ, and I'd forgotten the song Where I Was. And my friend, the guitar player who plays with Ace Frehley and all these people, Richie Scarlett, he looked at me, he goes, Pete. And I go, oh man. So I did a solo and I started laughing. I went, I just didn't know where I was and why I'm here. But you're right. You don't realize it and the impact you can make with
Yeah.
someone. So, but it's
Mhm.
good. It's all good.
Well, before we stop recording, I think we should end this with another little bit.
Yeah.
of playing
Oh
for-
my God. So, what kills me is that I haven't had a voice for 2 weeks because I moved to Tennessee. You guys are killing me in Tennessee here. My allergies are skyrocketed, but I always used to do, you guys are young, but I'm standing away. Sitting on the cross for the virgin. You remember that song, guys?
Amazing.
Oh my
Yes. Yes.
gosh.
Yes.
Oh well,
Encore.
that's what half a voice is killing me. But
I love it.
yes, it's fun. It's fun.
All right. Well, thank you for having us on this episode of Humans of Tech. This was incredible.
Yes.
Just thanks so much. Go out to my website. I'll text you my website.
Yes.
You
Yes.
just go out there. So
Cool.
all right. All right, guys. Thank you very much. This is cool.